Hi guys, it's April, and we're doing something a little different today. I put out a call on all of my social media platforms asking which of several pictures you guys wanted to do, and this kind of one, I had 2 votes for this one, so that was the most votes for anyone. Hi Elizabeth! So I'm gonna try something a little different one, or a different one. I'm gonna try something a little different in this. Hi Zargot! I got my zigs out. I don't have very many. This is all that I have. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I am glad that I can actually like breathe and I'm not coughing every 2 seconds. So yes. Hi, Melissa. So I don't know how this picture is gonna go. I'm gonna make a total mess. I'm probably gonna destroy this image, but I have to try it anyways. So yes. Hi, Robin. So my plan is to use the zigs as a base somehow and just kind of, and then maybe go over top with colored pencils. I don't know. I'm totally winging it, and it might end in tears, but we're gonna try this. And hopefully I'm not going to embed my hair into the picture. So like I said, these are all the colors I have in my zigs. I attempted to swatch them so that I know. This is gonna be fun. My first plan, I should probably tweet this out. I forgot to do that, so give me a second and I will tweet this out. I got so excited about what I was doing that I forgot to tweet. Hi, Elizabeth. There we go. Then I have to re-get in here so I have the live chat back. Oh, there you guys are. Okay, I'm back. So, now that I'm tweeted, like I said, I'm gonna start in a small little area and I'm gonna see what happens. Cause like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of water over top of the rose part. And then I'm going to get my pinks and just kind of, whatever happens, I suppose. I'm gonna let it bleed how it wants. Because like I said, I'm gonna go back over with colored pencils to really define a lot of the colors. But I wanted to try something new. And as I was doing my marker collection this week, I pulled out my zigs and I'm like, I haven't ever really used these. Well, we're going to attempt to kind of splotch the heck out of this picture. I'm going for something kind of artistic, maybe. I don't know. And maybe I'll throw in some random colors too. I honestly don't even, this is the Zig 26 and the Zig 27. I don't know what that means. But I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna see what happens. Like I said, I might totally destroy this image, but I'm gonna have fun doing it. So I'm trying to go for this like really colorful, splotchy kind of look. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy when I experiment. So if this all goes horribly wrong, that's fine. We just learned that we probably shouldn't do that. And I might, you know what? I might add a little bit of this purple as well. I think I might, because it kind of, let me just kind of pat the paper. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's glorious. Yes, sometimes it is nice to watch somebody else try it, so that, yeah, definitely needed to add some more water. Look at that. And whoa, okay, maybe that's a little too much. Come back, purple. Come back. Too late. What the? I might just have more ink in the purple one. I have no idea what's going on right now. Let's see if I can mellow some of those purples out. I might have to, I don't know what's going on. Just gonna kind of just push it around everywhere. You know, I am not disliking it. It's not exactly what I have in mind, but I don't hate it. And yes, I know it's a mess right now, and I'm kind of hoping it's a mess. Because like I said, I'm gonna come back in with colored pencils. This is from the new ColorIt Colorful Dragons coloring book. Okay, so I have a couple of greens. I might throw in one of the teals for the stem. And I'm trying to get a lot of water on there so that it's got pools of water that can just like suck the color in random different directions. And see, I'm pulling some of the pink down as well, but you know what? I don't even mind. We're just gonna go with it. So I think I'm going to start with the darker green. Kind of just let the dark green go random different directions. Maybe, oh, I don't know if I got enough water over there. It's not bleeding the way I want it. There, that, see, yeah, see, I got a ton of water over there, but not enough on the other direction. I'm slowly learning. Just kind of dab it on the paper. Create water puddles. And so far this paper seems to be handling it very well. And this is Deep Green 44. I also have the May Green 47, which I'm gonna kind of let bleed every which direction. And I forgot to mention that the purple one was purple. That's appropriate. 82. Purple 82. Oh, I don't, okay, that's fine. I have this tealish greenish color. This is Prussian Green 33 that I figured, yeah. So like I said, I'm trying something new because a lot of times when I color, I'll just choose colors to blend together in the same color family. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of water there. And I'm going, I don't know what I'm going for. I'm trying something different. Just put it that way. So you know, like Sakurum's illustrations, how she's got like a mix of rainbows, yet somehow it just works. I'm sort of going something like that, not nearly as Mine isn't going to turn out like that. I'm experimenting. We're going to see what happens. But that's kind of what I have in mind in my brain as we play around a little bit. Did I get too much water in this brush that no ink is coming out now? There. I mean, it's something to try. What I really should do, I mean, I'm doing it piece by piece because I'm afraid that if I like just cover the whole piece of paper, I'm not going to be quick enough and I'm going to have to like continuously cover the paper. Hi, Charlotte. So that's why I'm doing it section by section. I'm sure for people who can work really fast and they know what they're doing, they can just like throw things down and it would be amazing. Okay, so for the dragon, oh goodness, how do I want to do the dragon? I think I want to do a mix of greens and teals for the dragon. Just kind of play with the scales, but he's gonna be someone that I'm gonna have to constantly add water to because he's so big. But okay, I'm gonna just bring the water over here so I don't have to reach over a bunch. Like I said, I feel like I'm giving the dragon a massage right now. He's getting a water massage, if that's a thing. It is now. It's fine. Okay. Because I mean, I don't want to necessarily stay in the lines right now. I'm not really concerned about that. And it might be one of those things where I lay the color down, and then once I got color down everywhere on the page, I'll just do like a big swap of water just to see what happens. And yes, that is a technical term, swap. Feel free to use it whenever you want. Okay, so I've got the May green, the deep green, and the Prussian green that I used in the rose. But in addition, I also have this turquoise green, 42. So we'll see how they all play together. I think I'm going to use mostly the turquoise in the dragon and then feed in some of the green as well. So just gonna kind of see, an interesting thing is actually starting to happen when I do this is while the ink is coming out of the brush is also soaking up water, and so I'm slowly getting less and less ink to come out. So it might be one of those things where I let areas dry and I come back and I do them again. Because otherwise it's not laying down as much color as I want it to. Come back and do the wings in just a second. You see how it's slowly getting lighter? It's because as you can see, it's starting to get translucent because it's starting to suck up all that water. I totally might be ruining these. Oops. So maybe, just kind of let them sit for a little while and maybe the ink will slowly come back into them. I'm gonna get the container down so I can have them sit upright. I don't know what I'm doing and it is amazing. It's gonna look cool. Yeah. That'll be on my first release soundtrack. Hi, Katie. Yeah, see? I'm almost making it white now. Okay, so maybe this isn't the best idea in the world. Maybe I put too much water down. As it slowly goes translucent. Why? Oops. Oopsie. Okay, maybe if I, okay, if I just kind of like press it a little bit on a paper towel, I slowly get that ink back. So that might be what I'm doing. It comes back. It's fine. I didn't permanently damage them. We're all good. I almost want to add something. Give me back my color. Thank you. I almost want to add something less green, maybe. Hi, Shay. It's a very good question, though. What? Okay, this is gonna get annoying, but worth it, I suppose. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but you know, this is the way I'm doing it. Trying to think of what would be a good color to intersperse in there. I want to make his underbelly maybe a tannish color. And I don't want to necessarily do the same thing as the rose. I mean, I could add some blues. I mean, I don't really have a whole heck of a ton of colors to play with. Might be nice to add some of the blues in there. Come on. Here we go. Kind of. Might have added too much water there. Might have to go back when it dries. So, yeah, we're playing around with my Zig Cure colors. We're gonna do a watercolor base with colored pencils on top. I'm experimenting. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're doing it anyways. So for my blues, I have Prussian blue 32 and cobalt blue 31. I'm gonna pull out the cobalt blue for just to see. Yeah, see, I like the different notes that adds. Because I feel like we were getting too matchy-matchy. And yes, I am definitely going to be doing this in layers. I might go back with just the zigs and get some pure color down at some point, just to see how that plays out. I can see I got a lot of pigment down right there. Don't necessarily want to see the brush strokes. I want it to bleed out a little bit more than that. That's kind of fun what happens when you kind of just like, I don't know what that is, but it's fun. Okay, I think I need to get more greens back in there. Starting to lose the, hold on. The greens have actually got to come out. Yeah, see, it's like, I literally have no idea how any of this is gonna go, but it's kind of fun to just give yourself permission to maybe ruin a page, or it could turn out to be the best thing you did a week. So, I mean, I don't want to get this too muddy. So at some point I'm gonna have to stop, move on to a different section, and then come back in. Overlay a few more things. Come on. Okay, so we have to find the right balance of water and not water, because if you add too much water, it seems to clean out the brush too much. But if you don't have enough water, it doesn't move. Get some of those. Here we go. I'm doing pretty well. This week, I think, has gone a lot better than last week. Last week was just, I don't know what happened last week, but I'm glad you always get to start over again. Let's kind of just start smooshing those wings. Hi Tara, I shot a wedding on Friday, which was fun. It's probably the second wedding that I've actually ever been a photographer for. Well, technically the first wedding I was more of an assistant and less of a photographer. But that was fun. What else did I do this week? Oh, the beginning of the week I was totally out sick though. Let's be fair. Beginning of this week was not that good, but the rest of the week seems to have gone pretty well. Move that water around a little bit. Give me some of my blues, maybe. But I'm glad that I am where I am at the end of this week. Though it was kind of iffy there for a tiny little bit. Oh, this is such an experiment. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm the one coloring this, so I should probably know what's going to happen. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna choose what color pencils that I'm going to do over top. And so, finding the blend. Okay, so it's hit the stage where I'm more of a, is this really what I want to be doing? Too late now, April. Too late now. Oh, I forgot his foot. Curses. Nobody panic. I guess I'm going a little bit for stained glass kind of look. Okay, so I have these earth tones. So this is beige 72 and this is blush 69 that I figured might be interesting to use for the underbelly. And maybe a little, maybe I'll leave the horns undone. I might come back and use some metallics on this page as well after we're done with the watercolor part of it. And so I might use some like metallics for like the horns for the spikes and the nails, and then some of this filigree around the edges, maybe. That has possibilities. Okay, so I know I want to do the pages and the stand in those beigey colors, so might as well hit that real quick. And I'll add some of the shadows and stuff when I'm actually doing the colored pencils, because I feel like I would have more control that way. So give me back my color. See, it's interesting trying to decide what color everything is going to be when I have such a limited color palette. And then I have to keep reminding myself that while I have a limited color palette, I'm just making a mess right now. That's fine. It's only the base. Well, I'm glad you could stop in for a little while. I don't know if I'm going to get this finished today, but it's going to be in a state of some kind of ness. Okay. Let's see, what do I want to do? I don't know. Okay, the books. Color shall I do the books? I think I want I want the books to be more of a, maybe I'll start with the stained glass. That might be safer to start with. Because I think I want the stained glass to be pinks and blues. But I have to figure out a way to do it without losing the dragon. You know what I mean? Or do I want to do the books next? Because I might use... Oh. How do I want to do this? I don't know. I'm just gonna sing a song and hope that it does something. Maybe I want to do the books purple. Let's do the books purple. Because I mean, it kind of juxtaposes the rose a little bit. Kind of gives it a royal look, I suppose. So I have, of course, the purple 82, and then I have violet 80. So, ooh, that is purple. Splotchy, splotchy, splotchy. Splotchy. Well, that's kind of interesting. I'm so not being careful. Just kind of like do. Did I go over the line? Oh well. Yeah, I thought of that method, but I'm lazy. So I'm like, what is the most laziest way that I can attempt something with these? So that's kind of why I'm doing it this way. Maybe next time I'll do it the other way. I mean, I have kind of done something like that in the past with the unicorn page that I colored from ColorIt. And it doesn't turn out bad at all. But, ooh, let's get some of that in the water and let it blend out. At least it's very consistent, she says sarcastically. I don't know, I am just in a singy mood today. I don't know why I feel like I need to sing out everything I'm thinking. It's just one of those days, guys. It's one of those days. I do like how some of that's bleeding into the dragon, though. Kind of wish it had been doing more of that. But, you know, beggars and choosers and all of that. Yeah, see, I'm kind of enjoying how the book is doing too. I'm like I said, this is just gonna be one great big experiment. It is totally possible it's gonna be I think I'm gonna stop playing with that one for now. I forgot his poor little tail down here. Let's see. Da, da, da. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna try mostly blues and maybe I'll like splash some pinks in the stained glass. It kind of does, the way that all the colors are laying down. And that's a little bit of what I wanted. And then all of a sudden it turns to wall. So I think the stained glass ends here. And then you go into some stonework. So I'll try to stay away from the stonework. Okay. Just kind of let that bleed up. Oop, found the pool of water. Intersperse it with his horns. Trying Just make sure there's a very distinct difference between the dragon This is just the paper that ColorIt uses. They have a mixed media paper, I believe. And so, I mean, it's still attached to the coloring book. Ta-da! And so far, I mean, I've got, it's buckling, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, this is not the stage in which I'm being careful at all. Give me my color back. Too much water. If I had a yellow, I'd probably be using the yellow a little bit, but that's okay. I think I'll add some of the darker blue in the in-betweens, and then I'll pull it down with the light blue again. Well, I'm glad you like it. Hi, May. I missed you coming in. And I might have missed a few other people. So for whoever I missed, I'm sorry, but welcome. This is my beautiful disaster day where I just decide to put things on a piece of paper and pray that by the end we have something somewhat decent. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Because I totally know how to watercolor. As in, I totally don't know how to watercolor. Might be interesting if I add some purple in there too. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Oop, yep, water's drying up, which is fine. What if I added, this is just the purpley purple. I'm gonna throw those in the shadowy bits a little bit. Probably I get some. Just gonna dab the paper. This is the only way I know how to dab. Da, da, da. Don't ask me to actually dab. It'll be sad. I like that. A fudge ton. Not a regular ton, a fudge ton. Okay, so right now, the stained glass might actually be my favorite bit. Go figure. I kind of like how that's all, I'm just kind of dab, 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 dabbing all the dabs. Might go back and do that to like the book and stuff, just to see what happens. This might end in tears, but we're gonna try. Let me move you up so you can actually see it. Yeah, it's blending it out just a little bit more. Okay, you guys probably can't hear this, but we actually have Fia down here for the first time in ages. She's sitting in the windowsill, and she is snoring. And it's making me so happy right now. Oops, hit the camera. I'm just all over the place today. I think it's just because I'm like feeling so good for the first time in a long time. I'm not sneezing, I'm not coughing. It is brilliant. So today is a good day. And all of your beautiful faces are here. And it makes me so excited. Yeah, the number of times I had to like stop what I was saying when I was recording my coloring supplies in my storage video, it was kind of ridiculous. So the video you guys saw, it was what, 13 minutes, 14 minutes? The actual footage was like 45 minutes long. I was just stopping and I was coughing and losing my voice. But I'm like, I want to do this video. Gosh dang it, let me do this video. Do you guys ever get that way about a project? You're like so excited about it that no matter how you feel, you want to do it. I quite enjoy that. I might go back and do like these little circly blobby things in my pinks. Yup. Sometimes. Because I don't know, I hate to admit it, but for the last couple of weeks, especially with everything that's just happened in life, I've been like really apathetic and maybe a little Eeyore. And so I haven't really been as passionate as I would like to be about coloring or about reading, but I feel like I'm kind of coming out of that right now. And so I'm like, it's kind of why I asked what we wanted to color today, because I'm like, I mean, I love the crystals, don't get me wrong, and I am all for coloring the crystals. Oh, you can't even see that. Coloring, I can't put them both on at once. So I'll have to remember to move it when I get there. But bye, Fia Bia. Thank you for joining us. But now I feel like I'm coming out of whatever kind of funk I was in, because I've got something that I'm just dying to read, which is why I'm letting my husband watch the Masters all day today, because I have my book and I can go entertain myself. Do I want this color? Well, we're gonna use this color. So I'm excited about reading right now. And then I'm as excited about coloring, which is why I asked you guys, do we want to do something different? Just change it up, just maybe just a hair today? And see what happens. Which I think is good. Things are changing. Things are happening. But we will be going back to the crystals. Don't worry. I haven't given up on the crystals. It's just, at this point, the crystals are something like I can just do in my sleep. I don't have to think about, oops, just put my finger in the color. I don't have to think about what's going on with those. I can just do it. And I kind of like, I wanted something maybe a little new, something a little different to try. Yeah, I mean, something to just switch things up a little bit. So maybe I was just in a little funk. A little funk. Ooh, look at how pretty that looks. that was a good choice. I liked how that turned out. Now, I don't necessarily, I mean, I could do some of the tans here, but I don't necessarily have like grays and stuff. And I guess there's some desk here as well that we could do tans. Ooh, should we do that crystal and the pinks and purplies and the teals that we just did? Probably should. Bring it all together. Don't know what I'm doing. I feel like that would be appropriate. Oh, you can't even see it. Let's bring it down there. Oh no, I might have overwatered this marker. Ooh, well that, well, that's interesting. We'll go with it. And then I'll come back with it. Teal. Just edit that. Ugh, I don't like that nearly as much as I like the other ones. Let's add some more pink. See if we can balance that out a little bit. I made that way too dark. Whoops. Well, we were going relatively well. Whoopsie. That's fine. We'll just do something like mellow it out. Oh, watercolors are so amazing. I'm slowly getting into this. I don't. Okay, so I was talking about probably adding some tans in those columns. Ooh, I got a lot of water in those. That's okay. Might have overwatered it. Just a hair. Might let that dry a little bit before I come back. And I know some of the spots, they're starting to look like they're blending together. But it's okay. It'll work out, I promise. Okay. Yep, I got a lot of water in this brush. I should probably try to get it all out. Thank you. They're the only colors I have. Therefore, they are the colors that I chose. There you go. Yeah, actually get some color lay down. Don't know what I'm doing, but it's really fun. Hopefully I'm on screen. I am really enjoying it too. So I'm thinking I should probably do the bookmark in the same color as the books, but maybe I'll add some dark blue to it so that it's a little different than the actual book. So we have some kind of, ooh, some kind of distinction, especially where it's sitting on top of the book. And I don't want it to completely blend together. Don't know how I like it. Something kind of like that. Okay, I'm gonna do, yeah, it's like I kind of wanted all of things to just bleed a little bit. So I'm gonna do something a little sketchy. I'm just gonna drop random droplets of water everywhere. Maybe. I'm so bad at this, like, okay, there we go. Like, why can't I get water to just drop on a piece of paper? Why is this so hard? Because yeah, these spots, this stonework is gonna be gray, but I almost want, oh, there's some desk behind there, isn't there? Oh, and some more books. I need to color the books in the desk back there. Forgot to look behind the dragon. I almost want there to be some, like, rainbowiness behind the dragon, or behind the stonework as well. Okay, so let me go back and see if I can get it all on screen for you. I missed the book behind here. The dogs are asleep, so the cat is at play. Welcome back, Fia Bia. She is not the most graceful of my cats. Okay, let's get some of the water out so we get a deeper color back there, because I feel like we're losing it a little bit. There we go. Bofo. Bofo. There. And then we can get some color in for the desk, and then those little splotches. I'll show you what I'm about to do with those little splotches. So much water in these brushes. I need some pigment, otherwise it kind of doesn't make sense. And see, this is a little bit of why originally I was afraid to use them, is because I feel like with the way I play around with things, I'm gonna use these up really fast. go. Got some color down. Okay, so what am I going to do with these splotches that are just hanging out on my paper, just soaking things up, spreading some ink around? Well, I am so glad you asked these very important questions. I am going to just that didn't work the way I wanted it to. I'm not going to do that. Ah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so it works better if you start outside the bubble and then you slowly work into the bubble. Okay, let's see if I can. And go into the bubble. I need more ink than that. And into the bubble. Well, that one kind of didn't work the way I wanted it to. But I figure I'll just take a bunch of random colors and just bleed ink into the water droplets so that when they dry, I'll have like this like splotchy kind of thing. Maybe. Like I said, I'm making this up. Oh, that one worked well. See, it's usually the first one that works relatively well, and then by the second I have too much water in my brush. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is entirely too fun. I think we need to get some purple in there, and then we'll get some green in there. Oh, I keep forgetting that there's stuff down here. Let's get some teal going on. Okay, what's a good place? Made a deer. Nothing is sacred. Soaking up too much water. Too much water. Dang it. Was hoping. Didn't quite work how I wanted it to. Hi, Candy. That's kind of fun. Okay. Going to go back and darken these up a little bit now that some of the water is dried out of them. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I am just making a mess and enjoying it. Da, 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 da. I'm just painting my hand with water. That didn't work nearly as well as going like this. Oh, I'm getting water all over my phone right now. Oh, good grief. I don't know how to do this without making a mess. And I think that is fine. Oops. Okay. Part of me, it's about to get a little loud. So I highly recommend, if you don't want to hear, hold on, let me plug this in real quick. Probably shouldn't talk to you and walk away at the same time. That's not very conducive. If you don't want to hear a loud blowing noise, I would turn off your sound now. Just a warning. This is about to be turned on. I'll give you the countdown. In 3, 2, 1. That is the weakest blow ever. By the way, you can turn the sound back on. I could probably blow that better than that was blowing it. Granted, it is a heating tool and not necessarily a blowing tool. I wonder if we just kind of like excuse me. Yes, I'm crazy. It's fine. What if we just kind of like wiggle the paper? This is getting technical right now. just kind of like make everything move. That was fun. And I'm blowing stuff off of the page. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Oh.
Getting side-eye from the dog.
Because he thinks I'm crazy. The dog knows I'm crazy. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go to some paper towel dabbing effect. It's very scientific. Take a piece of paper, or paper towel, and you just kind of, you dab it. And then you're gonna turn it over, and you're gonna dab it some more. And turn it over, and you're gonna dab it. Now, I don't think I really want to touch this too much because it is so wet. That was my chair. Promise I'm not breaking it. I might go back and hit a few areas to intensify it a little bit. But overall, we might have to wait a little while before we go over with the colored pencils, because otherwise we are totally just going to destroy this paper, and that's not what I want to do. What was I trying to do? Well, it was a little bit of, I wanted to make the water move and maybe move the pigment around a little bit. I also wanted to dry off a little bit. I don't know what I wanted it to do. I was just trying stuff, I suppose. So yeah, we might, oh geez, oh Pete. I feel like I'm all over the place today. I kind of am. Hey. So, I mean, I think I'm not gonna add too much because I am quite enjoying how some of this is looking, but I just wanted to add a few places of a little bit more saturated pigment. And less of that watery kind of effect. So it's a work in progress, but I like it. So I won't lie, I was kind of dreaming about what I could do with this page. So I'm like, okay, I want to try using the zigs. I have no idea. I mean, I know how I could use them like I normally use my markers and such. But I don't know if that's exactly how I want to play with them. So I was just laying there trying to think of some weird experimental ways I could try using these suckers. So, probably not gonna touch stained glass, but and like I said, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna hit this with colored pencils. Maybe some markers on this. No, I think I'm gonna use colored pencils on the stonework too. Because I'm going a little bit more for an artistic look. Make it the lighter pink. My desk is such a mess right now. It is glorious. Because I really like this non-watered down pink. I think of the color light pink. But as soon as you add water to it, it takes away that neon-y look. I kind of like that neon a little bit. So I want to add it back in a little bit. Don't want it to be completely lost. Might add some water to blend it out a little bit. Get my little teeny tiny brush. Teeny tiny. And this is just to get rid of the brush strokes. I don't want to mellow out the color, but I do want to make it look like it's just splashed on, not necessarily See, kind of like that. Gives it a little bit more depth. So I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a little bit of that neon-y pink to some of these crystals. And then I'll wet them down so that it doesn't look like I just slapped that on last minute. So far, the paper, oops, too much water, is holding up surprisingly well. Yeah. Right? I think adding that pure color is giving it a little bit more depth. Let me add some of that neon pink into this little area. I like that. Okay, so I also want to go back and do some of that similar stuff to some of the other parts of this as well. Just kind of add some more where I think things have gotten lost a little bit. Then do more of a dry technique. But then water it down so that it still looks, it still has the same effect. Like, I know there's words that I want to get out right now, but they're not coming out of my brain or my mouth. And some of the light green. I am kind of enjoying how that is looking right now. Just gonna add a little bit of water, not a lot. At this point, it's gonna be so subtle. So I'm kind of starting to add a little bit of the detail, but I'm not going crazy. Could probably do a little bit of this dragon too. I'll probably put this up a little bit. There we go. So we got all of the dragon on screen. Maybe start defining some of these scales. I'm still being really, really sloppy about this. Like I said. Come back with the water. Mellow that out a little bit at the same time. Oh, thank you. No, I'm one of those people. If I'm not being messy, this picture would take me a year and a day to do. So I'm trying to keep everything quick, like quick brush strokes, so that I don't get too caught up into doing the details, because I could very easily start doing that. I'm like, you're just doing the base, April. It's just the base. Let it go. I don't want to lose the diversity of color that's going on in this. Okay, dragon's starting to look a little sketchy. May have gone too far. Okay. Excuse me. Well, I'm glad you guys will enjoy it. Add some distinction. The wing flaps. Almost feel like I need to add some more color in the wings, but okay. We're gonna add some water. Kind of. Boosh everything out a little bit. Like I said, I might have just overworked him a little bit, which is not what I wanted to do. Oh, I always forget that back foot. No, I want the dark teal. Probably, oh, wait. And then we'll water the rest of that down. Too much water? Yeah, I think I just added too much of that dark green and I started to make that dragon just a little bit muddy and not in the way I wanted to. So that was my bad. Definitely distinguishes him from his wings. Don't dislike him, but I also feel like I need to add some of the dark green into the wings now. Just because it's almost like his wings don't match the rest of him. There we go, that's a little better. I think that works. I need to just sit back and let it permeate. I don't know what words I'm looking for. I think I just need to let it be for a little while, and then that's a dark pink. Oh, there's the other purple. Whew. I'm gonna drink some tea real quick. And I think I'm going to play with the book a little bit. That's some shadows and stuff. Add a little bit more pigment into these books. Even though I do very much like how these are already looking. Whew. I'm glad you could make it. We are just seeing what we can make this do. Making a beautiful mess in all of the right ways. I'm glad you like it. These are literally the only colors I have in the zigs, the Cure colors. So I'm like, well, I don't necessarily have to think about what color palette I'm using because this is all that I have. And I think it's working out pretty well. These are kind of the colors that I always start buying things in. So of course I always start with the pinks and the teals. Then I move on to the blues, and then I get some greens, and of course you gotta buy some earth tones. To balance everything out. I don't have any yellows or oranges yet, as you can see, or even any reds. Those are always the last colors I get. I don't know, I just not a huge fan of those colors. I don't know why. They're just not the first colors I am drawn to, I suppose. Come on, I'm gonna blend that out a little bit. Let me blend it out, are you? Are you? Just don't I tell you, gosh dang it, color. It's fine, it's fine, I'm fine. Well, I'm glad. I'm liking how that is looking. Okay, so I think I'm gonna touch up some of the tan colors real quick. And then we might be done for today so that this has a chance to dry. So like I said, I don't want to end up eating the paper. because I'm actually kind of enjoying how this is turning out. It'll be interesting to see what we can do with colored pencils on top of this. I mean, the fun thing about watercolors is technically I could probably pat this dry and then add another layer if I had the desire. But I don't really want to overwork it. Especially when I am enjoying where it's at right now. So next week, I will not be here since it is Easter. But the week after that, I'll probably put out a post again like I did yesterday asking, I'll put out all of the pictures that I have currently as works in progress, and I'll ask you guys which ones we should color, unless I have a strong desire to do one or the other, and then I will overrule all of you guys and we'll color that. But I do like knowing your guys' opinion, and sometimes it's nice to experiment and to play, to see what we can do. Because yeah, like I said, I mean, I've had these zigs for quite a while now, and I felt like I needed to do something with them. Oops. Didn't mean to go into the tail, but that's fine. Might. Yeah. There we go. Yes, I hope everybody has a really good Easter. But yes. It will be exciting to see how this slowly evolves. And it's kind of fun to go into a picture with no expectation. Other than I want to try something. And see what happens. Oops, throwing caps around. What? A little bit there. Dun, dun. Yeah, those are starting to bleed together, so definitely gonna have to make some distinction at some point. But hey, at least they'll have the same tonal base. I don't know what that sound just was, but hopefully my kitchen is still in one piece when we're done streaming. Yeah, I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna do that dome yet. I might have to get some inspiration and then go from there. Because I don't have a clear idea off of the top of my head. Okay, so I think I'm going to see if I can. They're just gonna roll. It's fine. I think I'm going to, first of all, pat down this piece of paper. And I think this is where we're gonna stop for today. I'm gonna bump this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Then we'll just be like, pet the piece of paper. Let's pet it. There we go. There we go. So this is how we're going to end today. Let me clear off some space on my, there we go. I'm kind of enjoying how this is starting to go. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm so glad that all of you came and joined me today. This was a fun experiment, and this might be something that I do a few more times, depending on, what the picture is. I just felt like it was appropriate for this picture. I have no idea where it's going to go from here. It's going to be fun. I hope to see you guys again in 2 weeks. I put out 3 fingers and I said 2. In 2 weeks, so we're skipping Easter and we're coming back the last weekend of April, I will put out a post and ask you guys what you want to color, if you want to continue on this or if we want to go back to the crystals. But I hope you guys can all be there, and I heart your beautiful face.